What's going on YouTube? JT Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Batman Detective Comics, issue number 1049. This is part, like 3 or 4 of the Shadows of the Bat weekly comic book series. The new issue comes out tomorrow, so I want to get caught up on this stuff, and then later on today I'll post the Catwoman comic review. But wanted to start out with this one. So this one's written by Mariko Tamaki. This one kind of does a little bit of flashback stuff with the Anna Volshin character. We also see Dr. Chase Meridian here. We see that Kate Kane has successfully infiltrated herself within the confines of Arkham Tower. We also find out a little bit more motivation about what's going on here between Dr. Weir. Basically with him, he just kind of wants to get the money from Nakano, so he's just kind of putting out this whole ploy here. But there is something going on here that's just kind of adding to the further mystery of the events here. Like, it's not just prescription drugs that are altering these people's minds, because we know that there's something even going on with Huntress in a way. So I like to think of it as, at least in my personal theory, that there's some sort of DC villain of sorts, or somebody else is kind of manipulating the various emotions of the inmates to kind of get them in line with this. So it could either be a psychic character. Now, it can't be someone like Simon, because Simon obviously is dead in Teen Titans Academy, so can't be them. Who else would be somebody who kind of manipulates emotions of other characters? I think, what is it, Psycho Pirate? Was he a character who did something like that, if I can recall? It's been a while since I read anything on them, but yeah, so that's a potential there. We also have Huntress, who's kind of trapped in here, but she doesn't really want to go. There's something kind of going on with her, so it's definitely not something drug related that's affecting her. It's some other perhaps psychic thing that's been affecting the people within the tower, and Dick Grayson's really concerned. He wants to go back in and get her out. In fact, we also have some very, we also kind of showcase a little bit of abuse going on here with one of the Arkham workers. It's implied that they are assaulting Anna Volshin in here, so you got that going on here, but she kind of snaps and basically kills him because the guy was, assaulting her in a very inappropriate way, as it's implied there. So that's kind of where the storyline ends for this particular week. Okay, this is part 3. So like I said, my thoughts are a little bit scatterbrained on it. Then in the backup storyline, we have the boy who saw Batman and Joker there when his parents were killed. He's got this built-in fear with them. He's got some issues going on. But then we have Dr. Jonathan Crane, who, as we know, is the Scarecrow. And he's kind of manipulating this kid a little bit to kind of get him towards his cause. There's hints that he seemingly kind of cares, and then you kind of find out that he's ending up just trying to manipulate him. So at the end of the issue, he's like, we're going to get all you kids here, and then we're going to go and kill Bruce Wayne. So that's kind of where that ended. So I was actually surprised to see Scarecrow involved in this whole thing here. I don't know how it's going to affect going forward with Bruce Wayne, but I really like the backup storyline. Actually, I feel like I'm more interested in what's going on with the backup storyline than the main Arkham Tower story bit. Now, the Arkham Tower story bit's going okay. It's adding little bits of motivation, a little bit of mystery here, and intrigue as to what's really behind this whole situation. And we're getting a little bit more pieces to the puzzle. So I actually like what's going on with that. I think so far it's turning out pretty decent so far. The artwork is pretty good, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. It's not my favorite storyline going on at DC right now, but with the whole weekly thing, it's I'm still in tune and kind of caught up with what's going on here. So the backup storyline by, Matthew Rosenberg, that stuff I'm actually more intrigued than the main storyline right now. I think that's kind of interesting, how this kid is just kind of thrust into getting sent to Arkham, and now you have the Scarecrow and they're going to try and murder Bruce Wayne. So it must be something kind of set a little bit towards in the past, or is it kind of present? Yeah, definitely in the past because of Scarecrow. So I'm not sure what the end goal of that storyline is, but I will say I am enjoying it. So yeah, like I said, these are my brief, quick little thoughts on Detective Comics 1049. This is part 3 of the 12-issue weekly storyline. So we're going to have to pick up again probably tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow. So more Detective Comic stuff. I do kind of hope they take a break after the 12 straight issues, but I don't think they really are. They're going to just kind of get back into the twice a month thing, which is it's just crazy how many issues of Detective Comics we're going to get, 12 straight weeks. That's a lot. That is quite a bit. Got to make up for the lack of Batman, huh? Yeah. All right, well, those are my quick thoughts, and then tell me what you thought of it in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit that bell for notifications. Be sure to come back later on today. Is going to be talking about the latest issue of Catwoman. Then I'll be all caught up, ready to talk about some new comics tomorrow. All right, well, that's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.